Hey guys, I hope you had a very happy Thanksgiving and now you are ready to come back and get to work. So, like I explained to you before you left, in case you remember or in case you don't remember, for the next 3 days you're going to be working on a group writing project. So, here are the different things that we're going to be assessing with this group writing project. It's not just to waste time, this is a really important assignment. You're going to be using textual evidence. That means you need to have quotes in your final assignment. You need to be writing a narrative. You're going to be using technology because future employers expect that you guys know how to do that. Collaboration with peers. Working in a group is actually a skill. It's not just so that you can spend time talking and socializing. Getting work done in a group setting is a skill, and again, employers are going to expect that you have that skill. We want you to use proper English. That makes sense, right? It's a language arts class, use proper English. And understanding stylistic devices. Remember all those conversations that we had about connotation versus denotation and emotional words. Also, I expect you to use that word list that I gave you. Groups. Every group should have no more than 4 people. That's not 5, that's 4. You can work alone, you can work with a partner, you can have 3 people in a group, you can have 4 people in a group, you may not have 5 people in a group. 5 people in a group is actually 2 groups, it's a group of 2 and a group of 3. At least one member of your group should have a 3 or 4 on their free write. Now this part I have actually taken out, so we can get rid of this. I was going through your essays and I decided I was just going to do credit, no credit. Just give you credit for them because I didn't want to label you. I didn't want you guys to feel labeled. I didn't like that. So you're going to get a full grade out of 100 points for the assignment that you're doing right now, but forget that 3 or 4 thing. One member of your group should have a smartphone with internet access using the school's Wi-Fi, that's fine. A Schoology account that works. Mine is sometimes a little funky, so that's pretty important. And a video camera. We won't be using the video camera until I get back, probably. But you should have one, just know that you're going to need one. Here's the actual prompt. Notice the prompt is a little bit different than the prompt for the free write. The free write is your springboard to get into this prompt, but it's otherwise you would just take somebody's paper and just copy down a paragraph for each. This prompt, it still is talking about the First Amendment. You're still incorporating all of those writing assignments that we have used previously, but this one is, what is the First Amendment? What rights are covered under the First Amendment? What rights should a person have when it comes to freedom of expression and the right to protest? You don't have to answer all of those questions. That's just kind of setting you up, getting you to think. You might want to do like your own little free write or some kind of a getting ready to write activity that answers those questions and then talk about it within your group. Using the many texts we covered in class as a reference, write a multi-paragraphed essay in which you define the First Amendment in your own words using third person, and take a stand, that would be your very clear thesis, on what you and your group feels should be covered, including, but not limited to, the idea of flag burning, freedom of expression, profanity, protesting, all of the above. Okay? Every day you guys have a different performance task. That means every single day you're checking in with me digitally so that I can keep tabs on what you're doing and I can respond to you and see if you've got any problems. The last thing we want is for 3 days to go by with 1, you not accomplishing anything, and 2, you accomplishing the wrong thing. So we're going to be constantly checking in with one another. So here's what you have to do for today. Today's assignment is to create your groups. I want to know the names of every single person in your group by the time I check back on Schoology tonight. I want to know what your thesis statement is. This is where I found most of you had a problem. Your thesis statements weren't clear. I didn't know what you were writing about. I didn't know what you were trying to prove. I need to see your thesis statement tonight, and if there are any problems with it, I'm going to help you out with that from my hotel room in Bakersfield. I want you to come up with a topic sentence or an idea, maybe not your complete sentence, not just a rough idea of what you want to write about in each of your body paragraphs. Again, one of the things that I noticed in your past writing is some of your paragraphs were all over the place. You would start off saying one thing, and then you would end on something completely different. So I want to know, what are you going to talk about in each of those body paragraphs? And then I need you to post all of that on Schoology by this evening at 11 p.m. Remember that there are ways to get in touch with me. If you go onto your Schoology page and you send me a direct message, then it shows up in my world as a text. So simply click on the message button, send me a message, and I will get it as a text, and I will immediately respond.